Dyslexic genius here. What I'm going to talk about are Amarillo A1s and Operas and Triumphs also, and spring motors on greasing and oiling. And a couple of little thingies you should clean out after you do this. What I've done is I've greased all the steel gears with graphite, green grease, and a little STP. And after you get them all covered like this, and I do it while they're running. So when it's running, you just put it on like this, dab it, the green grease, graphite, and STP. And then we put a little hootie grease on the governor drive gear right here.
Governor drive gear, which is where?
Right here, that big brass one right there. And you want to let it run in, and then while it's running in, because you don't want crap everywhere, you just take your finger in a paper towel and just hold it here on the side, because it's going to squish out, but you want to get rid of it because it'll go everywhere. And then people call me and say, "Oh, why is my phonograph all greasy?" I'm waiting for the oil hole to come up. Here we come. Got an oil hole right there. So after you've greased these and you've cleaned off the sides, on the governor, right down in here, we have the bearing. You can see the bearing right there, and then the governor's here, and the shaft comes in. You want to clean this out best you can, because what happens is the green grease builds up in there, and then you have a hard time dropping a little bit of oil in here to oil the end of the governor. Yes, you can do it from over here, but I like to put a drop here and a drop here. And that's one little trick. You want to get all the junk out of here down the road. Now on oiling, we're going to use sewing machine oil. You're going to come to the spring barrels, and you're going to put a little drop right here. And you're going to come over here, and you're going to put a little drop right here. And then you have to run the motor, because they all have this oiling hole. All Edisons have this oiling hole. Home standards, they all have that little oil, and you want to make sure that's cleaned out. And you're going to put a little drop here. You'll have to run the motor to bring it around on this side.
So there's one on each side?
There's one on each barrel. There's one of these little oiling holes. And before I repacked everything, I cleaned all this out, made sure it wasn't full of gunk. Then you'll come in, and on the felts, you'll just put a little drop here and make sure that those are clean, and the one over here. And then you will come in and drop a little bit of oil here. And then remember, we cleaned that over here. Then on all these, like Triumphs and Operas and A1s, you have these type of bearings. So you put a little drop at the top on all the bearings.
Drop of what?
Sewing machine oil. And you put a lot, you put it on the other side. And then you just turn her on. That's running out of power. There we go. She's running out. And just let it run, and you'll see how it works. And that's oiling on an A1. I'll do the top end in a minute, and that's my tip for the day.